Hi, I'm Kieran, the Dad Matters lead at Homestart UK. Today, I want to tell you a little bit about our Dear Dad leaflet. It's a resource we created with dads, for dads, and in partnership with professionals across the perinatal mental health pathway. This leaflet's been co-produced with dads, clinical psychologists, midwives, health visitors, and colleagues from adult mental health services to make sure it's the best possible product that we can produce. Together, we made sure the language, tone, and tools in it reflect what dads actually want and need during those early days of parenthood. There's an emphasis on education and information rather than trying to get dads into a service that because they might be struggling. We designed it to be accessible, practical, and dad-friendly, particularly dad-friendly. On the front, you'll see a space for the dad's name. This is because using his name helps him to make that connection personal. We want you to be able to write his name on it. We also write dad's name on the leaflet. This is particularly important if you're not going to see dad, if you're at a home visit or you're speaking to mum or mum comes to the hospital or wherever you might be and you don't see dad, you can give it to mum or somebody else in the family to hand over to dad. You can write his name on and he can reach out later. There's also a space for your contact details. That can be clinic details, it can be a phone number, to encourage the dad to understand that you are there for him too, and he can speak to you when he needs to. This isn't a leaflet that says, if you need help, come to us. That's not what dads want. It's a leaflet that says, have you thought about things like getting to know your baby, thinking about your own mental health, supporting your partner, understanding crying and soothing, and making sure your baby sleeps safely. There's information in there around crying from Icon. There's also information about skin to skin, and there's lots of organisations that we can signpost to for more support and more education. It's all about sparking thought and building confidence. It's not about giving instructions. It includes practical information and signposts to trusted resources, apps and websites like Homestart, DadPad and BabyBuddy, as well as referral links to local adult mental health services and other statutory services that dads might need and often might not reach. The colour scheme, tone and layout were all chosen with dad's feedback, and overwhelmingly they told us it feels approachable, useful and relatable. Put it in a dad's hands. That's the best way to share this resource. Sometimes you can't do that, but you can write his name on the front and you can add your own contact details so that when dad does see it, it belongs to him and he knows that he's able to contact you if he needs to. The branding on the leaflet is very dad focused with dad imaging. The logo looks like a dad and we use the word dad repeatedly. So dads will know that it's for them. They won't defer that information to anybody else. And you can use his name and space for your contact details to make sure that he knows that you are interested in him and how he is. Every leaflet helps to make a connection. Some of those connections have helped dads to get the right support for complex needs through services like Homestart and Dad Matters, but also through statutory services like health visitors, perinatal mental health nurses, early attachment services or parent-infant services, and midwifery. All because somebody handed them this leaflet. We've also created a special Dear Dad NICU edition. This is designed with support from Miracle Moon and from dads who have lived experience of having a baby on a neonatal unit. We know those first days and weeks on the neonatal unit can be really, really tough, emotionally, physically, mentally. This version offers some information and reassurance specific to that experience, understanding baby's care, finding out how you can be involved, what's your role and voice in the NICU environment, looking after your own well-being when everything feels quite overwhelming, guidance on bonding through touch, talk, presence, and where to find emotional and practical support both in the unit and after discharge. It also includes signposting to neonatal charities, mental health services, and peer groups for dads who've been through similar experiences. Just like our main Dear Dad leaflet, it's written in plain, supportive language and has been reviewed by dads and by our professionals that can support us with what we're doing. We need to make sure it's sensitive but also accurate. If you'd like copies or you're thinking about creating your own local resources, please get in touch with your local Dad Matters project. You can find out all of their details on our website through their local Homestarts. And we're always happy to help ensure the quality and consistency of materials across services is what dads need and is accessible for them. You can find your local Dad Matters project at dadmatters.org.uk. Thanks for helping us to make sure that every dad knows that they matter. Take care. See you soon.